Hello, it is me once again. I end up saying for for the update all the way for MLS. It's the end of four. Phoenix and Vegas. So the end of for the expansion teams. And I found out Phoenix is getting a little bit more closer. So all it needs is the city of Phoenix to pay the Major League Soccer's expansion fees. And I found out in a year update recently for back in freaking recently, but like back in June, May somewhere, if not early July. So about possibility either in finding the location of the planned Major League Soccer stadium within Phoenix is gonna be. Yes, yes. I hate to say this. Eventually, it's gonna be. It's still I don't know what's gonna be direction for the Phoenix side. What's gonna be? I don't know the eventually. So, don't know if Phoenix Rising will exit out of USL and join Major League Soccer as a separate team. So now it's Phoenix Rising, but be folded as a team and just go directly to Major League Soccer. So I think Phoenix Rising might be going to Major League Soccer in the future. I think it's going to keep its name sake too, so it's most likely seen for this. But here's the thing, one though. I found out that they heard from the news story recently. They end up Phoenix is planning to build a soccer stadium within Mesa. Yes, Mesa. So the question is, where Mesa is of some sort? You know what I'm talking about? Well, technically I heard about is on the empty lot. Here's the full story, though. I think this is kind of deja vu what I'm really talking about in Mesa. Is there some sort of anyway? Here's a long story. The end up gonna tell you guys about what's going on in Mesa, but related towards Major League Soccer. Here we go. It's related towards the end up. This is not the first time a sporting event's trying to build a Mesa. So the end of some sort. If you remember the National Hockey League, this team known as the Arizona Coyotes. Yet the Arizona Coyotes be kicked out of the arena where the Phoenix Suns play. And they end up because they just don't want the team and they carry over to this area. So they kind of play in a college hockey arena for the Coyotes to play at the time. They're looking for all over everywhere, like Scottsdale and others, till they had some sort. The final attempt to try to build a Coyotes' new hockey arena is within Mesa. It is some sort. They had the funding, they had the complex, and they got everything there to set up there for the hockey arena. Until somehow, Mesa the government somehow shut it down, and also they don't have funds for it. Yeah, because of that, they end up because they don't have funding. They end up at the hockey arena for the Coyotes at the time. They transferred the team to Utah, which then became the Utah Mammoth. Sadly, that's kind of how it is right now. And now because of Utah Mammoth's hockey arena is now going for major expansion renovation in the Delta Center to this day. So they're gonna keep trying to build within hockey level because, as you know, the Delta Center was never built for hockey. So it's kind of this renovation of some sort. You hate to see this Delta Center renovations kind of relate to similar as seen at the Super Pit or the Pit in New Mexico or Denton, Texas. So you're home for the Lobos and the Mean Green. So it's similar to a basketball arena of some sort. It's kind of like that. So yeah. So because of that, Arizona is just trying to lure the hockey team back to revive the Coyotes. The problem is, I'm pretty sure about the basic thing is what is might be talk about the supporters in the supporters and CEOs and others for the former Coyotes is now paying to the end of the kind of deserted the Coyotes and the more focusing on Major League Soccer. So technically, the supporters of former Coyotes team is now just switch over to Major League Soccer and pay for Major League Soccer expansion fees to allow to build a soccer stadium within Mesa. Yeah, think about right now, the people who used to work with the NHL for the Arizona Coyotes is now betrayed the Coyote fan base to join with the Major League Soccer fan base to build a Major League Soccer stadium within Mesa. Yep. I think this is what's going on. So yeah. So I think what they're doing is I think the Donuts might go in two directions. One is they're gonna get a separate team in Phoenix. They end up to try to build a soccer team there. There'd be Arizona up to two teams for soccer, or the Phoenix Rising will transfer away from the USL Division 1 to instead of the Phoenix Rising will transfer to Major League Soccer as the 31st Major League Soccer team of the league as a Phoenix expansion. So yeah, this is I think is what I've been looking about. I'm trying looking for as a map wherever this former Coyotes arena used to be, but I really do not know where, so better not know. It's supposed to be on the empty lot somewhere in Mesa, so it's kind of makes sense of some sort. Yeah, like I said, I know if you're NHL team fan base and really want to see the reviving of the Coyotes, I am so sorry to say, I think the people that used to work with the Coyotes and now switch over to possibly support with soccer instead, ice hockey. So technically, Arizona Coyotes is now technically permanently dead as a team. So I don't think it's not going to happen. If you're in the support with the Phoenix expansion team of Major League Soccer, that's very good news for you guys. It's getting very close, and you might get it right before the presumed and the promotion relegation thing comes through. That means Phoenix might get a team just in time before a promotion relegation, which is gonna hurt Major League Soccer in the future. That means Phoenix will get an expansion team. It is in the future. So, as a FYI, so I found out they plan to build a stadium within Mesa, which is one of the suburbs of Phoenix. So, I found it already. So, it's kind of close, so there is some sort. I figured that because of the stadiums under construction, they might play some games at State Farm Stadium or Chase Field as a temporary stadium, similar as Inter Miami is playing at the Chase Stadium there. In Fort Lauderdale, there's a short amount of time before the Freedom Park Stadium is under construction, so I think Phoenix might go for that as well to allow the teams in the end of within the Phoenix of some sort. Phoenix is one of the huge dreams for Major Soccer because this is all the state Arizona is gonna see at this point. Because technically, despite Arizona does not have any major soccer team, but they do have a popular team all the way, thanks to the Phoenix Rising, which is a USL team, which is a second division team. So as you know, so Phoenix is trying to get a first division team. So that's why they're trying to more focus with Major Soccer, because they're trying to get a lot more money and a fund for the team in Phoenix to the loud any teams to the end of support there. We see Phoenix. Phoenix is also is a nice city with runnable stuff. It's also home for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Arizona Cardinals, Phoenix Suns, you name it. So yeah, it's kind of nice of some sort. Also home to the NASCAR track at Phoenix Raceway, right in Armadale there. So yeah, which is it's kind of nice. So it's always in the desert. The situation where it is better than it compared to like some sort of anyway. I don't know about that. I really do not know when the rendering is gonna be out for a Mesa Stadium there for Major Soccer in Phoenix yet, because we do not confirm yet to the end of it for renderings. I don't know what's gonna likely look like for in Mesa. So yeah, technically means I really have to look out for with the Mesa right now the case for upcoming Major Soccer Global type stadium to allow at the end of this plan to go through within Mesa. So yes, it's right on the former lot where what's supposed to be the Coyotes arena. It's going to be replaced in its place of the possibly Major Soccer Stadium within Phoenix, Arizona in the future as a possibly 31st expansion team. Yeah, as you know. So good news for Phoenix. Yeah, the end of they lost the hockey team, but they gained the soccer team. So better be happy about that, isn't it? The only issue with Arizona is it's mostly the high heat humidity. So it's some sort. So technically, what I think they can do is anyway, because if the thing was in areas with high heat, high humidity, though, areas of some sort, yeah, this is why I think so need the teams to cool down somehow. So I think they had to somehow share the same ideas from Doha with the World Cup. They use built-in air conditioning blowers and otherwise within the stadium. They can use to blow down the whole entire teams during the hot summertime heat within Phoenix, which is kind of nice because on Phoenix, temperatures go to over triple digits most of the time in the summer. Even temperatures get up to over like 115 or some areas 120 degrees. A lot most of the summer in Phoenix. And yeah, heat index is gonna be in the 120s a lot. That's unbearably hot. So for Phoenix expansion though, these sure need some huge amount of air conditioning of the teams at the end of some sort. There's the thing right now, Arizona's also is in a mega project spree recently. Yeah, the state of Arizona is in a huge mega project spree. So the crews make green energy and others, and allow environmental differences within Arizona to try to keep away from carbon things. So Phoenix is more towards carbon friendly type things of some sort. So this is why they have so many mega projects going on now. So not be surprised if Major Soccer there within Mesa is might be possibly now a mega project if they end up for Major Soccer to allow the Phoenix expansion team to end up going there and prevail. So yeah. This is one of the areas I think is most likely is what might be going on for sure. They end up for real. They end up for sure. They end up likely to happen. So this is why I'm going to watch on this area within Phoenix, and otherwise for Major Soccer. is because this will allow in the Phoenix to get a go ahead green light to allow the projects like these within Phoenix for soccer there. So I don't know if it's going to be Phoenix Rising transferred over to Major Soccer and moving it to the new stadium in Mesa there, or it's going to be or they're going to be a separate team playing in State Farm Stadium, which is home for the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL, or Chase Field, the home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And recently, Arizona Diamondbacks Chase Field is fighting against some renovations, not only to fix up the roof, but also fix up the air conditioning there as well inside that stadium. And yes, it's gonna fit extremely well for, as you know, for Major League Soccer to use this temporary before the end of moving the new stadium is in Mesa and some sort to allow the team to flourish. Yes, technically, Arizona is kind of big at this point, because technically it's surrounded by big league teams like the LA Galaxy and the LA FC, and all the way have the San Diego FC, so there's also nearby too. Also to the north of Phoenix, so we got the Wild Salt Lake, so to the north, and then also to the northeast, we got the Colorado Rapids. So yeah, so technically it's kind of fitting for Phoenix either way to allow the team there, just because it's within. Yet and speaking, the Galaxy is one of the largest teams there, so it's kind of fitting in the Western Conference really well for Arizona. So they see why, because what other area they might go into for the possibility for so anyway. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm kind of really thinking about right now, was might end up turn to be for the Western Conference with Arizona for potential 31st team there, though. So they see why. It's because whatever direction they end up sailing the guests to the end of for Arizona, though, is the only direction that might end up go. It's just the way it is for sure. And then what other direction the one that should be. And then it comes to the case of for the Major Soccer that we see in Phoenix. And they end up being on the bright side to allow Phoenix of some sort. This one they're waiting for the expansion fees and otherwise, so it allowed Major League Soccer to flourish within the great cactuses in Arizona and others that allowed to have the team to flourish. I hope it succeeds in expectation, especially now since Major League Soccer is going for a huge boom before the World Cup, so it's kind of in a huge direction for sure. So technically, for Arizona fans, so they all the way there, your team is coming. It's no turning back. It's coming. It's soon. And I think it's going to be existing as soon as possible. No matter what, whether they like it or not, it is coming. For FYI, anyway, for the certain codes. Yeah, so to continue along right now, for right now, okay, I think right now it's about time to talk about for Vegas. Yeah, for Vegas though. Yeah, For Las Vegas and Nevada, yeah, Las Vegas is also close too. The last news report was back in February of this year. They end up being so close to getting a team. Although they're not stalled, obviously, they're still moving forward. Here's the thing, although Las Vegas is on a similar path as Arizona, it's even more closer than Arizona, as you know, too, so this makes sense. They're literally getting closer to get enough money that they end up to get an expansion team, but within Vegas. Yeah, let's see why. So, yeah, here's the thing right now. Vegas is also very close to getting an NBA team with Seattle. So, I think this NBA expansion for Vegas will also push it as well for Major League Soccer, though, for Vegas as well, which is huge push for real of some sort. And yes, I already know the location there for recently. It's at the end of years already. So I might try to notice where it is for sure. It's the end of here it is. So the most likely location, and I might look at for the possibility for Major Soccer, because the end up at for sure for the team is within at the Circus Hotel and Casino. It's gonna might be demolished, implode, which is a tradition in Vegas, and in imploding hotels and then make room for new stuff. I'm most likely see an implosion at the Circus Hotel and Casino, but possibly replaced with a major soccer stadium. So, which, yeah, since Las Vegas is now getting highly tech and sports betting now became a thing in around there, yeah, so it's kind of like a nice area, it's a mountain area. Also, it's right next to a arena, home of the Golden Knights, and then they got Allegiant Stadium right down the way to home of the Raiders. And now they can see all we saw broke grounds already for the ballpark from the former Tropicana Hotel, which has now became the new site for Las Vegas A's, and in the future, there's some sort. Which I really love the rendering of the Las Vegas A's new stadium. It just looks like a tinsel membrane thin shell type ballpark you'd usually see a lot out of Munich, Germany, with the same rendering like this. Even though the Olympic Stadium, Olympic Arena, or Aquatic Center in Munich back in 1972 Olympics, with the same idea made by Flory Auto, this is kind of based on that for Las Vegas A's. Here we go. So for Las Vegas though, Las Vegas, I think they're trying to get a separate team of some sort, because I know here's the thing, Las Vegas Lights is moving in the separate location in Las Vegas, and I don't think they're going to end up transfer from Las Vegas Lights to Major League Soccer, which is a bad. And apologize for it all, but here's the thing, one though. Yeah. So here's the thing, one though. You think Major League Soccer is the only difference with Phoenix, was all the way within Vegas, is, well, in the part of the Major League Soccer right next to the former Circus, look, it's right next to. Yeah, it's right next to this Conrad's Vegas Resort, which is part of the Hilton. There was also next to it after the Fontainebleau Hotel. Also got the Sahara. Too, they got the Convention Center, got the Hilton right next to it. So they just had the main ideas of some sort for what the stadium looks like. So yeah, because they have hotels right next to it, and because plus there's an empty lot right here, because they're in the use as a Las Vegas Major League Soccer team palace. It's like a palace right on this empty lot, right next to the Hilton Grand Vacation Club area. So it's gonna, which is right across the street, which is right next door to the Sahara. So it kind of makes sense why I chose this spot. Also, this includes huge amount of parking. So this, after they demolished this huge area that was occupied by Circus, this opened up a huge amount of parking spots. Not only to have to share with the Hilton, but also it's going to be used a lot by Major League Soccer, too, because it allowed to the huge amount of space to open up for not only the stadium, but a huge amount of parking, which is larger than the Raiders and even the A's. So yeah, this is what I've been really looking at right now, for sure. So I'm already also thinking thoughts on all the way about the stadium would look like, because I have hotels right next to it. So here's the thing right now. I only know all the way what it's gonna look like. So this before even before the renderings. All the way it's only thoughts gonna be for Las Vegas Major Soccer Stadium looks like. I know it's gonna be low capacity, but it kinda makes sense. One of those kinda made a thought, why not have at the end of it, you still have the screen, the Radiotron screen inside the stadium, all Major Soccer teams have. Why not have a screen, a second screen you're gonna watch right from the hotel? So I would say, wait, what? How do you supposed to watch soccer from the stadium right out in the hotel? You only see this exterior, and then they kind of major mind blown. I would say, oh, you mean the LCD screens, LED in LCD screens, like 4K resolution screens on the exterior of the stadium. And this kind of makes a major mind blown, because that's what I was thinking about. Since now technology is not allowed these days to make folding phones, curved screens on TVs these days, and now everything. I think now we have the tech right already to allow to curve any type of screen of some sort. Oh yeah, look at SoFi Stadium and Ford Home and Los Angeles Chargers and Los Angeles. Forgot that team's other team name. My bad. So yeah, say it's home to the Los Angeles Chargers. So and look at SoFi Stadium. They have a curved screen above the stadium now. Also got the Los Angeles Clippers, so they also have a curved screen inside the arena known as Indoor Dome. So yeah. So curved screens has now become alive. So why not have a curved screen on the exterior of the stadium for Major League Soccer to get watch right from the hotels? So this is my idea for sure. And yeah, this is not the first time it been thought about this type of plan, for sure, because if I could take a look right now, this is not the first plan too. I'm gonna show you when I think about it all the way from Vegas. Yep, here it is. This is from one of the renderings, early renderings of one of the stadiums within the World Cup in Doha, or Qatar at the time, in the early renderings there. And yeah, you can see there's a curved screen resolution of the screen right here surrounding the whole entire exterior of the stadium. This idea for Vegas allowed to have a similar type of rendering like this. An exterior you can watch from the balcony of your hotel or the window of your hotel on those high rises like that, to allow not only you're gonna watch it right in the stadium, but also outside the stadium, inside your hotels, in your club suites, official suites, and otherwise. So this is kind of what I'm looking at for sure for within this area. Because if they had this type of idea like this, they had them surrounded by the areas. Maybe that means you can watch soccer, right? Soccer live with the stadium next door to you, without getting tickets to get into the stadium. Instead of you can still watch soccer right from the exterior of the stadium, like from those hotels right nearby. Which it is a good idea. Because this is not the first idea to have a huge screen exterior. Think about the Sphere in Vegas. Yes, the Sphere is also a screen itself. So think about that right now. This idea might work for Vegas. Could allow to bring entertainment to the Major League Soccer community within Vegas. So this is an idea to allow Vegas to the end, allow them to bring a huge moment to the way it is, and allow for the team. So it allows a huge amount of entertainment to surrounded by within those hotels. So they had to trust and say, well, now, why Vegas? So they're going to give me one to the team? Vegas is a huge jackpot. Not only for Major League Soccer of some sort. This is very popular because there's casinos. There's casinos and otherwise. Not only for the fit for the team, but also the fit for the whole entire fan base within Vegas. Vegas is like a gold mine waiting to happen for multi-million billion dollars within the fit for the team. This is like sports paradise in Vegas. Anyway, which is technically this is again some sort. Yes, now since Vegas and Phoenix and the end they're both getting teams and they're taking potential 31st, 32nd expansion teams and also final teams. This will allow both Phoenix and Vegas to form its own rivalry known as the Desert Derby, or the Sand Derby or otherwise. Oh yeah, these hotels used to need the sand, so why not? They're known as the Sands Derby. So why not? Yeah, we never the Sands Hotel. Back then, why not name like a rivalry derby in Phoenix versus Vegas, known as the Sands Derby? So think about that right now. For this some sort. If not, it's gonna be the Cactus Derby or Desert Derby or the Sahara Derby. Name it now. Hotel in Vegas, which is still existing. So yeah, which is kind of nice. So yeah. So this sort of allowed us to end up where it is at this point within Vegas, because in the Vegas, yeah, Vegas is running home for entertainment and otherwise, and yeah, for.
You want to see the bathing suit that I got?
Yeah, but hold on. Yeah, I'm middle of my stream right now.
Oh.
Yeah. I do apologize on people on YouTube. Yeah, that's look kind of cool.
That's the top.
Yeah.
Hi, people on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah.
How many people are watching? Is anybody watching?
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of views after the stream is done. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you heard my mom do on YouTube, and yeah. You heard it, so.
Sorry, my son.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. No, she's sleeping. Yeah.
But you got cats in here.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, people.
Yeah, she's sleeping. Yeah. I do apologize about that. Yeah, let's get back on the topic of the show we related to Vegas. Vegas is a huge giant to within the Major League Soccer community that end up to allow the to just end up to a lot of fans, a lot of clubs, a lot of everything to allow to the health of the huge amount of pride and otherwise. So Major League Soccer is just it's really booming in the within. Yeah, so otherwise, oh yeah, speaking of bean suits, otherwise, so one night at the end of the you can watch it right from the pool. So why not have a pool inside your stadium then in Vegas? Right top of that? So that's a thought. Speaking of bean suits, why not Las Vegas allowed to build a pool within the games in Vegas? Think about that right now for the huge air conditioning for all the fans to the end of to do some sort. So yeah, that kind of gets your mind into it right now. Just think about it. So yeah, just think about that, people. Yeah, there's a pool in the Diamondback Stadium, and we have the race tank in for the Tropicana Field in Tampa. So why not have a pool for Major Soccer in Vegas? So why not? So that means more entertainment, right? So there's a lot more fans to see, some sort. That's an idea. Build on that, people. So yeah, for Vegas right now, that's gonna be interesting to see because it's not an entertainment giant. You get in Vegas, it's like all the way in billions of dollars, thanks to the casinos, sports betting, and otherwise. It's not became a thing in Vegas, so to make sense. For real, the others in answer they should know. Much more further out than the way it is, for sure. So they end up relaying to the truth. So they end up following for sure. So yeah, this is why I watch on also in Vegas as well. Is by there's a potential some sort. The team name for Phoenix in Vegas is still on your mind right now that they end up for Major League Soccer and others that they promote in the future. It's a questionable choice. The way it is, yeah, it's way that's for sure. The fun for sure. It's a questionable thing for me to soccer and otherwise. So this is kind of the end I'm hoping for sure, and hoping to get a good go ahead soon enough. So yeah, Major Soccer, get onto that. You just start thinking about Vegas too. Otherwise, so I hope this like my idea for the rendering ideas that come to light in Vegas allow it is in demolishing Circus Hotel and Casino. Right top of that, to allow the Major Soccer to put there. In other ways, so kind of hoping it comes to light and otherwise comes to fruition that it is will happen. I don't think Las Vegas Lights will transfer. I think it's mostly instead of Las Vegas to get its own separate team. Otherwise, this is also similar situation in Arizona too, but that's gonna be questionable about the Phoenix Rising as well. They had to come to be for sure. Otherwise. So Yeah, so, and that's about it for sure. For the final 5 minutes, gonna to say right now is, what do you think?
You should have me on as a special guest star one day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I do have another one. The 10-year anniversary stream coming up
Okay.
on July. I think July. Is that? Is it? I think it's on July 30th. It's not the 31st.
Okay.
So no, my annual anniversary, which was on yeah, I might use my computer one on some sort to do for that.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
you have
anyway.
that. The camera and the microphone.
Yes, so and I might add you in. It'll come up in the 10-year anniversary stream. You
Okay.
know that by that so that point as a special guest.
Okay.
Okay, so
Bye.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, people. Yeah, my 10-year anniversary stream. Talking about this is my 10 years of YouTube, and then here to continue on in the future. With a special guest. Yes, the cats, and even you know who. From the voice earlier. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. so, yeah, so, yeah, so otherwise, yeah, so, otherwise, then I gonna say right now is, so kind of wish you mutually so I could get into that, and otherwise, get it found out for sure. So, otherwise, so that is it for my stream. Hope you like and subscribe. In the like and subscribe. Tap on the notification bell to not missing multiple videos. And otherwise, either can I say one now? For sure. I hope you did like this stream. Videos in the come after it and then otherwise, so stay tuned for that. So also for a coming 10-year anniversary stream coming up in a couple days. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, you better not miss that in the episode because it's just gonna be the largest stream you ever get from my channel. In a year, it's gonna be large. It's gonna be the best. It kinda makes sense in any way. So stay tuned for that. So otherwise that is it. Everyone. See you in the next video or stream or whatever. So I'm Joshua Cathierman, and then finally I'm out of here. Where you're living is of some sort. It is in day or night or whatever it is you live in right now. You end up you're right here. Anyway, yes, I do get people watching me from global, so that's why I had to say that. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So wherever you live in, have a great day or night, wherever you are, and see you see you next time. Yeah, and otherwise, beep beep beep. Otherwise. So, lastly to say, I finally am out of here. See you in the next video stream. And I'm Josh Cahuman. And I'm finally signing off. And I finally am out of here. So, well, bye for now, everyone.